what's going on. Of course, you know where I'm probably going with this here. Anyway, it's kind of like rationalization, excuse. I'm just doing my job. Or I'm just doing, look, see, even worse than, okay, it's understandable, dog, if it's your job and your job is to be a bully. And unfortunately, that's the career you find yourself in. But when it's your duty, on the other hand, that means the person's not even getting paid for it. And they just take it upon themselves to do. As if you equate patriotism with this conformity to evil. As if, like, look, when Nazis took over Germany and everyone had to say, Heil Hitler, as if that was a virtue, as if that was, back in the day, that was virtue signaling. That's like saying, mask up, wash your hands. You know what I'm saying? Hack and slash, buddy. We're also in society now. They're trying to make this kind of an honor society where it's either honor or shame, where it's kind of like a coercive social credit score, self-policing that's going on here, where it's and it's all under the context of, if you don't do it, Granny's gonna get ran over by while pushing the stroller at 11 at night on New Year's Eve, while people are out shooting guns and driving insane. It's my fault that just because, listen, I'm just living my life, not doing nothing different, not doing nothing, like, I'm not being extra dangerous, I'm not being extra safe. Because don't you know, man, like, look, at work, like, if I'm being overly cautious with, like, a razor blade, let's say, it's when you're being too cautious, you normally, like, get cut, you get hurt, and you don't get enough done. So, I mean, it's kind of like the way that, it's kind of, if you don't bleed by the day's over, you're not working hard enough. That's kind of the philosophy that I'm under. What can I say? I'm in construction, okay? Handyman. Hack and slash. Anyway, so, you know, look, when it comes to fixing a problem, you know, my opinion, from my experience, like, look, beating around the bush and making it all complicated does not help get the problem solved. Actually, the best way to do such a thing is to be straightforward and simple. I mean, it's just math, dude. Math, there's no 2 + 2 = 5 in real math, okay? Only in this magical, mystical, flying reindeer pixie dust land can we even have this more relative type of a conversation. Well, 2 + 2 = 5 when we're in your dimension, but right now we're in my dimension, where it's just rainbow, unicorn farting rainbows. You know what I'm saying? If I just believe it, it will manifest, because this is the secret. This is the secret of the universe. If I just believe it, that's what it is. But no, that's just insanity. That's self-hypnosis, self-brainwashing techniques. You're psychic driving yourself off a cliff. You know what I'm saying? So during this whole thing, we've been guilt tripped, we've been shamed, we've been demoralized. It's like, you are so stupid, you are grounded, you grown juvenile. All of you, they're treating us all the same way. It's like, listen, don't you know, when you scold someone, you're supposed to do it in private, because if you do it in public, you're giving people a show, and they actually get enjoyment off watching someone else being scolded and reprimanded. So, I mean, the way that I've seen it, there's just an outburst where, like, look, there's a lot of craziness with this whole are you complying? Are you just are you gonna? It's kind of like the bird that has a spot, the other birds pick it to death. I mean, that's really, they're henpecking us, nitpicking us, as if we're dumb or defective. We need someone to follow, to hoover us like a butler and sweep up our footprints and like correct all of our mistakes. Kind of like the cat on Hong Kong Phooey. Hong Kong Phooey would be like, oh, you jump out of a box and everybody would be already all beat up, and the cat did it, and then he did it and then went and hid. Then Hong Kong Phooey comes and it looks like he did it, but he didn't. Anyway, man, yeah, there's a lot of with the whole breadcrumbing, look, and also, man, this whole with the golden boy and the scapegoat, they are treating us like the scapegoat child in this relationship. But all the foreigners, even transsexual research foreigners in some backwoods BFE country, is getting like billions. But each regular old average Joe is like, look, I mean, that ain't even that's like 1 month of bills. Is it for any one person that's by themselves, dude? That's it. You know what I mean? That's like, but you get a bottomless budget for some weirdness that's like, look, that only a small percentage of the population is even dealing with all that. Most of us are in regular land where it's just, it is what it is. And look, to argue against what it is insanity. You know what I'm saying? To magically just listen, just because you believe it don't mean it's true. It may be true that you believe that, but you may be truly deceived as well. So anyway, and then look, that's a threat as well. That's a threat of harm and violence. If you don't do this, then this is gonna happen. And that's lying as well, because you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know. Your everything they're doing is based off a freaking assumption. And that's the same thing with the narc, man. They got an ulterior motive. They have a guilty conscience, so it's like it's corrupting, it's clouding their judgment. It's making it so their words and their actions ain't lining up. And we see much of this, like the whole, I mean, and even when they give us a really restrictive, like you're grounded again, because you just can't get it right. You can see they got this smug, arrogant, type of a smirk. They get that duping delight, that whole sick pleasure thing. You can see it. I mean, they're trying. It's kind of like the person in the mask also is when a person's giving you orders, but you don't have to see their facial expressions. That's another kind of a tell. Like a person who's doing an interview in the daytime and they got sunglasses on. It's obvious you are on cocaine or something, buddy, because there's no reason to have those glasses on. You're hiding something. Like you're screwy. Either it's your rapid everywhere eye movement or your shark eye pupils. I mean, who knows, man, but you just know it's like, it's not hard to tell like certain cues where someone is hiding something. Plus the whole NLP, watching someone's eyeballs shoot around, you can tell what parts of their brain are they using. Are they using the creative or the analytical side? And that's another thing when these people, these governors are reading look, a lot you can, when a person is reading, their eyes can be fixed on it's just going back and forth because they're reading the script, or they're looking straight forward because the words are moving on the teleprompter. So it's like you can't use the NLP on them because look, instead you have to analyze the words. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and then you have to kind of wonder who it is that wrote them for the person that's speaking them. But yeah, this is the world that we live in. That look, if you act like a victim, you will be victimized. If you're acting like a chump, you're gonna get chumped. If you're acting like a hoe, the pimps are gonna be attracted to you, basically. And look, they will use and abuse you. They will do it. They will enjoy it. They will profit from it. And that's just, life is cheap here. And this is the way a lot of people survive in this cannibalistic, we got to use and abuse and exploit. Exploitation, yeah. And that's what they're doing with this whole, like, look, this threat of, look, dude, in other words, it's like, look, if you don't do what we say, we're going to go beat up your grandma. You know what I'm saying? Your grandma's going to have just like fire insurance. Oh, you didn't pay your fire insurance? Oh, miraculously, there was a fire. Oh, you don't want to, man, dude, you need to pay grandma insurance, or we're going to have to release the reindeers. From our missile silos, you know what I'm saying? Our magical Santa's reindeers, frickin' our Santa reindeer missile, and we're gonna shoot grandma if you don't if you don't opt into our pyramid scheme. Like, look, dude, look, come on, buddy, we know you got some extra money. You can donate to this pyramid scheme over here, dude. You might even gain a little something. A little something. You know, we might even be able to make a deal, cuz. But anyway, yeah, man, we got the duping delay. You know, we got the smear campaign. Hey, man, he's a bad guy because look, you see Graham over there? That chalk line? That's where Grandma got hit because of this guy. Because when people's breath, if you don't hide the breath with the mask, these reindeer missiles can smell the carbon dioxide, and it attracts them right to Grandma. And they know when Grandma's got the stroller and when she don't, because they got Santa Claus' secret spy network to spy on us all through the Big Brother intercom systems. And look, dude, this is a genetically modified attack reindeer. This dude straight up out of the Pentagon. He's not playing. Don't you see that serious look in his eye? He's got the eye of the reindeer, and he's got Scarface cocaine all over his face. He's say hello, my little friend. Hey, all y'all, let me see, future fakers. Say hello, my little friend. You know what I'm talking about?